The way you think determines whether you move forward or stay stuck. Today, you will discover Brian Tracy's keys to developing a success mindset that breaks through confusion, indecision, and fear of failure. Stay until the end to learn how to act with real power. Thinking on paper is an act of rebellion against the confusion imposed by the system. Most people live trapped in anxiety, reacting to every stimulus and every imposed obligation, without stopping for a single moment to clarify what is happening inside their own minds. Those who move forward, who truly transform their lives do not do so because they are luckier or more intelligent, but because they dare to organize the chaos of their thoughts in a physical space. Writing down the difficulty, defining the situation, putting words to what disturbs you pulls it out of the mental fog and forces you to face it. Clarity is power, and the lack of it is the mark of a silent defeat that devours millions every day. Modern human beings carry constant noise, meaningless work, external demands, and the pressure to be productive even while resting. This noise turns into confusion. Thinking on paper is the simplest form of resistance. Naming the problem, breaking it down, observing it, makes you realize that many difficulties lose strength once they are defined. What once seemed like an insurmountable wall becomes a cracked surface when written down. Half of the tensions that wear down the body and mind can dissolve with this single act. But identifying what hurts is not enough. It is necessary to go to the origin, expose the causes, and strip down the mechanism that sustains the difficulty. Society pushes immediate psychic reactions and rush solutions that only repeat the same vicious cycle. A success mindset requires stepping back and observing from a distance, like a doctor who does not settle for treating the symptom but instead examines lifestyle, habits, excesses, and hidden stress. Understanding the root is liberating because it removes the illusion that life is a series of inevitable blows. Once the origin is uncovered, the field of solutions opens. Here another system pattern breaks: obsession with the immediate. Most people cling to the first answer, to what seems logical, without exploring alternatives. Those who choose to think like successful people go beyond that comfort. They are not satisfied with a single way out. They look for the second, the third, even the one that seems absurd or radical. Leaving a toxic job instead of trying to save it. Ending a relationship instead of prolonging the agony. Changing direction when everyone says you must end. These possibilities only appear when you allow your perspective to expand. A mind disciplined in solutions becomes fertile ground where failure has no place, because there is always another way forward. A solution-oriented mindset is not a simple mental exercise. It is a discipline that shapes how life is faced. Most people spend endless hours talking about what does not work, replaying what was lost, sinking into nostalgia for what could have been. This habit creates an endless cycle of frustration. Those who adopt a success mindset do not allow their energy to remain trapped in the spiral of problems. Instead of feeding complaint, they direct their attention toward what can be built now. Talking about solutions is more than a change of focus. It is a way to break the negative pull of a system that pushes us to obsess over error. Success is not measured by the absence of difficulties, but by the ability to make decisions when others freeze. Indecision is the invisible prison of those who never move forward. Most people wait for perfect information before acting, but that moment never comes. Life slips through their fingers while they continue evaluating scenarios. The person who takes the risk of deciding becomes the protagonist of their destiny. Each decision feeds experience, strengthens clarity, and trains character. Deciding is an act of power that frees you from stagnation, and even when the outcome is not perfect, the feedback turns every mistake into a step toward precision. Making decisions is also a way to resist social pressure to remain passive. The system educates people to obey, to wait for orders, to postpone what matters under the excuse that it's not the right time yet. Breaking that inertia is an act of rebellion. Deciding even with incomplete information is better than remaining immobile. That action, however small, initiates an internal movement that weakens anxiety and generates the confidence needed to stand firm amid chaos. But deciding is not enough if it does not translate into clear responsibility. Many ideas die because no one owns them. In work and in personal life, the same thing happens. Everyone gets excited about a resolution, but no one assumes the real burden of executing it. A success mindset means identifying who will do what, and under what conditions. This is not motivational talk, it is concrete commitment. Someone must take responsibility, and that person must know it clearly. Only then does action stop being a wish and become tangible reality. The next step is setting limits. A defined deadline turns intention into obligation. An idea without time is an illusion that fades away. A deadline creates urgency, and urgency forces execution. This is how disciplined thinking turns into real change. Clarity, causes, solutions, decision, responsibility, and time. Action is the breaking point that separates those trapped in frustration from those who move forward decisively. Clarity, analysis, and planning are meaningless if they are not put into practice. Immediate action breaks mental paralysis and proves that ideas alone change nothing. What changes life is movement. Each executed decision strengthens confidence and dissolves the weight of indecision. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment, but about acting even in doubt. Because true learning emerges when theory collides with reality. Life and work follow an essential law. A small portion of actions generates most results. 20% of effort produces 80% of value. Understanding this prevents useless exhaustion on irrelevant tasks. People with a success mindset direct their energy toward what multiplies impact, not toward what only creates the illusion of being busy. Here the systems trap is revealed, confusing productivity with value. Being busied does not mean advancing. What matters is identifying the actions that generate real results and sustaining them with discipline. Action does not end at the beginning. Follow-up is essential. Delegation without supervision is not trusted, is abandonment. A success mindset understands that every commitment requires control, review, and presence. Follow-up ensures coherence, prevents inertia from destroying what was agreed upon, and protects trust in oneself and in others. Creative thinking completes this process. It does not arise from hidden talents or magical moments, but from a conscious method. Clarity of objectives and a space free of criticism allow unexpected ideas to emerge. Generating multiple alternatives opens doors to solutions that once seemed impossible. Calm evaluation then reveals which one has real potential. The system conditions people to fear mistakes and remain silent to avoid judgment. But creativity only flourishes when that chain is broken. A success mindset is not a secret formula. It is a practical path. Writing to organize chaos, uncovering causes, seeking broad solutions, deciding without waiting for certainty, assigning responsibility, setting limits, acting decisively, monitoring what is built, and opening the mind to creativity as a constant engine. That is the real power of those who move forward without fear in a world designed to restrain human freedom. You have learned the principles that separate those who create their destiny from those trapped in indecision. Don't forget to subscribe, activate notifications, like this video, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Much more powerful content is coming soon.